A recurring theme throughout this past module is privilege. And while many other elements were emphasized throughout our readings, including inequality, miseducation, and discrimination, privilege as an aspect of education stood out to me the most, partly due to its omnipresence in our course reader, and partly because privilege just so happens to be a prominent issue and big pet peeve of mine. Exhibit A. To get a good job, get a good education, from our course reader. Drawing from the text, one section addresses the Stanford Binet IQ test. This test required its young test takers to build objectives using wood blocks. While children raised in middle-class households passed with flying colors, those who have never had the luxury to play with wooden blocks failed to complete the task. This IQ test, right off the bat, becomes a testament of income rather than knowledge. Those with socioeconomic privilege are more likely to pass this test, whereas students coming from low-income backgrounds struggle to do the same. And to quote directly from the text, IQ tests measure income, not intelligence. Privilege plays a pivotal role in education, where certain groups of people are favored by the designers of the tests, evidently high-income individuals, while minority groups are destined to fail, those with limited resources and a lack of exposure. Exhibit B. Andrew Windyboy and Our Spirits Don't Speak English Indian Boarding School.
They cut off my hair, made me kneel in front of the door where everybody come in. Everybody make fun of me when they come by me, rub my head and laugh at me because I was talking.
It's both a hard pill to swallow and hard to watch. Andrew shares his experience with Indian boarding schools, tears welling up in his eyes as he recalls being picked on and mistreated for his cultural identity. Andrew had no idea how to speak English, not even knowing what the dunce cap on his head meant. His classmates constantly chastised and tormented him because of this. This would not have been a problem if Andrew had short hair, light skin, and an adept English tongue. Racial privilege is evident in Andrew's traumatic experience in boarding schools that instill cultural appropriation and whitewashing. The point I'm drawing from Exhibit A and B is that privilege is a theme that has prevailed in both the past and present fields of education. Socioeconomic privilege is a major obstacle for students pursuing art school and careers that exercise their artistic liberty on a canvas. Not only do they have to distinguish themselves from other artists, but they also require expensive paints, materials, and tools that are necessary for their various paintings. To quote the advice of many art school graduates, if you want to go to art school, don't. It goes to show just how difficult and grueling it is to pursue such passions without the financial upper hand or proper income. An art student from a wealthy family would have no issue acquiring a canvas, oil pastels, and high-quality paints. In contrast, a student from a low-income family would struggle to attain the most basic of necessities, that being artist-grade brushes. So, it appears that our current educational landscape carries similar elements of privilege and favoritism when compared to the criteria we've covered in our module thus far. But what about the promise? Is education, being so detrimental to social progress, more prevalent today? Or have things been stuck in their same old ways? Well, to answer that, I present to you Exhibit C. Elle and Vivian from Legally Blonde. In the iconic 2001 film Legally Blonde, it is evident that education is detrimental to social progress via the relationship between Vivian and Elle. What started as a snarky, competitive, and very sassy tension eventually blossomed into a comforting, heartwarming friendship. How was this achieved, you may ask? Well, locking in and avidly studying. Vivian treated Elle very rudely, under the impression that she was just a dumb blonde out for Warner. As Elle progressively excelled in her studies, she proved herself to be a formidable law student.
I still can't believe you didn't tell Callahan the alibi.
It's not my alibi to tell.
I know. And I thought that was very classy of you.
Really?
Sure.
Thanks.
Shattering the glass ceiling and breaking from the stereotypes so heavily imposed on her, Elle took a stand and set her priorities straight. She may be blonde and beautiful, but that doesn't mean she's a bimbo who broke into Harvard. Elle's dedication to her studies allowed her to redeem herself to Vivian, and they ended up becoming really good friends by the end of the film. Education and thorough studying are what allowed Elle to redeem herself and become accepted by her peers and professors, further solidifying the importance of education to progress socially in the modern world.